Yeah, before I say anything, let me just say to Bandai, thank you very much for these 7 stones. I don't know why we got them, but I'll take them. No problem. Thank you very much. But as you can see here, I got your boy Samurai Jack as lead. He's a handsome guy. I think I'll do the Goku Black Dokkan event, the Rose Black, whatever the fuck, pink Dokkan event. Haven't done a lot, so might as well. But I've been in a nice jutsu, bro. Like I said in the past, Samurai Jack is back, better than ever. It's actually super good because not only is it coming back, but it's coming back in a more adult way. It's coming back on Toonami on a kind of sort of Adult Swim because it's like from, 11 to like 3 in the morning. So, it's Adult Swim in the sense of that I don't think there's going to be many kids watching that shit. Maybe teenagers, but I don't know about kids. But it's fucking lit. It's pretty damn good. Even if you don't watch Samurai Jack, I'd recommend it. I think you'll like it. Obviously, something like, say Dragon Ball Super. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, I'd assume you'd like that even more than if you just saw Dragon Ball Super by itself. But, hey, shit is, when something's good, it's good. It don't matter what the fuck you're watching. It's still pretty legit. And it does a good job of pretty much explaining the old series. Because even this episode in particular, episode 6, a big part of the episode was pretty much showing pieces and bits from the old show, basically references to old world, old people, old territories, because a thing in Samurai Jack is that he's pretty much a wandering traveler, the wandering samurai, and he's pretty much going around and finding all these different people that need help, and he's pretty much just doing just that, helping them. And what's cool is that in this episode, it was a lot of fan service, like, not in the way of, like, fucking the Japanese fucking all that Gucci goo goo gaga fucking tits and ass all up in your face fan service. No, I'm talking about good old fashioned fan service, where it's pretty much references to the old show, and pretty much just nice juxtaposition of the new show with the old show, because it pretty much shows how Jack as a character has grown, and the series itself pretty much starts off 50 years after Samurai Jack started from the old series. So it's pretty much like a continuation, and not just the series, but also his life, because he's pretty much, although it's 50 years later, he's technically not aging. He's kind of like, he's got like Bruce Banner syndrome, where he's pretty much like the Hulk, where he just, he never gets old, which is kind of cool and kind of weird at the same time, because he, like the Hulk, he has kind of like the same problem where if you read the old school Hulk comics, where the fucking Hulk is always having like an identity crisis, doesn't know what he's doing. Well, not really the Hulk, more so Bruce Banner, where he's just alive forever and he's like, Jesus Christ, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, like, and I died. Ooh, damn, I didn't die, holy shit. Fuck, I don't know why I didn't back out. I'm getting ready, bro. Japan already passed it, you can't back out anymore, so just get used to fucking taking hits to the face. Balls across the nose, you know me. But pretty much the juxtaposition of the old series and the new series. And what's cool is that it's not only just fan service, it actually serves the plot, because the new character of the series, pretty much the new character of the series, her name's Ashi. She's pretty much going around looking for Samurai Jack, and she's someone, I don't want to spoil too much, but she basically starts off being a character that's kind of new, mysterious, kind of wondering what her intentions are, and she ends up being kind of like a low-key dick rider for the fucking samurai. She's like, hey bro, he's a nice guy, and especially after this episode, like, this just bitch low-key's like, I want to fucking marry this guy, he's amazing, because she's basically on the way to looking for Samurai Jack. She pretty much finds all these different people from the old series that were helped by him, and they're like, wow, this guy's fucking amazing. Samurai Jack, that's my boy. I love that guy. From the original series, she meets the Cursed Archers in the original series. Jesus Christ, this guy will fucking stop supering. In the original series, there's, whoa, Jesus Christ. I know I said I'm getting ready for the JP version of the game, but fuck that shit, bro. You know me. I'll do anything when it comes to getting that exit out syndrome. But, like I was saying, there was these 3 Cursed Archers in the original series. Probably one of the most, like, if not the most popular episodes, and one of the easily recognizable ones, where it was pretty much those 3 archers who were cursed, and they kind of look like dogs, kind of, sort of. And they pretty much were talking to her, saying how he saved them and how he's super selfless and is an amazing guy. Which is actually, when they started talking about that, I kind of almost got sick, because Samurai Jack is low-key too selfless, because in that episode, he basically fought those archers, defeated them, and he found out that they were cursed, and they were guarding a portal, and that portal Jack could have used to go back and helped his family and pretty much done what he wanted to do. But instead of doing that, he destroyed the portal, and with it the curse that was binding them, and they ended up being able to be free, even though Samurai Jack himself, pretty much got cucked. Which is kind of weird, because in hindsight, if Jack went back in time and helped his people and defeated Aku, technically Aku would never be in the future, so technically they'd never be enslaved. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like Jack should have been like, fuck these guys. I'm going back in time, boy. Back in time. Fuck the DeLorean. I'm going back in time in style. But it was cool. And then she goes on to talk to a group of people who were like a bunch of ravers. Are all dancing and shit. And they're like, oh, man, we'll never forget Samurai Jack. He's the best guy ever. We love him. And she was also talking to the samurai, who from the original series was kind of like some random black samurai. I don't remember what the fuck, what that episode was. Like, some of these episodes are kind of hard to remember. I don't know why the fuck, what that episode was about. I just know that he humbled that guy. He's like, Jack, he's a nice guy. I like that guy. So she was pretty much going around and pretty much while looking for the samurai, she's finding out more about him. Because even at the beginning of it, whenever she would talk to people that knew the samurai, they were like, are you a friend of the samurai? And she's like, she wasn't sure about it. She's like, I think so, maybe, And then by the end of it, she's like, yeah, I fucking love that guy. That's my nigga. Like, holy shit, are you serious? Fucking, we're ride or die, bitch. Which is kind of cool, because it like, throughout the whole endeavor, you can see that she's becoming, like, she's not falling in love. I don't want to say that. That's kind of like a corny fucking trope type of thing, but she's definitely learning more about him and liking him a lot more than what she did initially or originally, which is fucking cool. And it's also an excuse for the writers and pretty much the showrunners to basically just fucking give fan service to the fans, which is great, because you basically get a refresher of what happened in the past and what it led up to now. And it also is good because it kind of brings the series to a head, because at this time, oh Jesus Christ, double crits, holy fuck. At this time is because at this moment, like in the show, like this episode, Jack's in a deep fucking depression. He's in a fucking deep genjutsu. He's like, I failed. I never did what I was supposed to do. I should low-key just fucking jump off the cliff and end it. It's like, I'm a fucking cuck. Like, let it go. And he even goes into a jutsu where he's like, it's better for me to be dead. He kind of goes into Goku's jutsu. Like, if you remember from the original Dragon Ball Z, after Goku gets killed by Cell, because fucking Gohan's being an edgy teenager and he ends up getting murked, Goku's like, don't bring me back with the Dragon Balls. Just don't bother. I don't want to come back. He's like, whenever I come back, trouble follows. I don't want trouble to follow me. I don't want people to pretty much get hurt because of me. And Jack goes into that same genjutsu where he's like, wherever I go, people die. Everyone's getting fucking murdered. It's all my fault. Kind of like victim blaming shit, because, it's Aku, bro. That piece of shit's fucking going around nuking niggas for no reason, because he just likes being an edgy cunt. And he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna nick these people. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this guy's an asshole. And I guess I'll do the ultimate secret, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Let's see. I guess I'll go Mono Joe, why not? I'm not sick of that shit yet. I don't think I'm ever going to be sick of it. Let's do that. And boom, there we go. And he's pretty much like ready to kill himself. And pretty much his inner demons are telling him to kill himself. Because throughout the series, like I said, it's more of an adult tone. And legit, no joke, like Samurai Jack's losing his fucking mind. Not only is he losing his mind, but he has like PTSD, where he keeps having flashbacks to his family and people he's let down. And pretty much every one of his inner voices are telling him to go fucking kill himself or give up, or just like, fuck it, what's the point? And it's like, Jesus Christ, this poor fucking piece of shit has to do with Aku and his inner demons. And it's kind of funny because even Aku in the series has a little bit of an identity crisis, because his is more comedic, though. It is more comedic, but nonetheless, he's still having kind of an identity crisis of like, he doesn't know what to do. Like, he doesn't have any, like, meaning anymore since the samurai pretty much backed off from trying to attack him, because Samurai Jack lost his sword, and the sword's pretty much the only thing that can kill Aku. So he's pretty much been on kind of like a slow lull into attacking Aku. And what's weird is, like, Aku's depressed. He's like, fuck, I don't have anything to do. There's nothing to do. The samurai doesn't come. When he does come, I get scared. When he's not here, I'm just depressed. And Samurai Jack is pretty much kind of sort of similar to that, but it's more so kind of like an understandable depression, just because of the fact, like, he let down everyone. He tries to fucking fight these people. He tries to nuke Aku, but he always fucking fails some way, somehow, which is pretty annoying and pretty sad, because he pretty much goes into a deep mongjutsu where he's like, I failed as a samurai. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. It's all my fault. Like, if I was a better person, I could have done this, but because I'm a piece of shit, it didn't happen. Which is like, Jesus Christ, like, fucking, can you calm down, please? And what's weird is, like, this episode, everything kind of revolved around the past and how it led up to the present and how that affects the present. And what's weird is that the entire theme of the episode is that Jack is pretty much a fucking an amazing person, and, like, it's pretty much said by everyone that girl visits that Jack is amazing, they love him, and that he's really a cool dude. But they always say that Jack never comes back. We've never seen him again. Like, despite the fact that Jack helps these people, that he doesn't, like, go back. And it's kind of weird because they're all kind of friendly and like Jack, but Jack himself isn't friendly with them. Not because he's an asshole, but just because he's kind of like that wandering traveler that just never goes back. He never tries to pretty much retrace his footsteps. He pretty much always wants to move forward as opposed to, you know, going back to where he already was. But it was kind of weird because all these people were saying, you know, they love Jack, they consider him a friend, they love him, but at the same time, he never goes back, and he kind of sort of doesn't know that they appreciate him so much. I mean, obviously in the past, they say, thank you, we appreciate it, blah, 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 but these people built fucking shrines to this guy like he was a pseudo-god, and they're like, if it wasn't for him, we'd be fucked up. So, like, as she's going around talking to all these people saying how amazing he is, Jack is pretty much secluded and by himself, and literally is like the epitome of a recluse, and he's like on the verge of fucking killing himself. And these people are like, yeah, Jack's a nice guy, we love him, you should come around more. You should come around more, we never see him. And it's like, what the fuck? There's so much jutsu. The biggest jutsu is the fact that, like the thing that's weird is that the samurai never, ever goes back, and because he was there for 50 years, so that means for 50 years he went, saved them, and then he never, like, had run-ins with them again, hadn't seen him again. And what's weird is, like, in the original series, a couple times he would run into the Scotsman a couple times. They were pretty much there. I'd say, off the top of my head, from remembering the original series, he's probably the closest thing to a friend that Jack had, which is pretty cool. I mean, it was a nice dynamic duo. But even in this, in the new series, they show a scene with the Scotsman, and he didn't see Jack for a while. He's like, we're going to find Jack, and we're going to nuke Aku, and we're going to be booling. And it's definitely kind of indicative of where the samurai is mentally, because he's high-key super fucking depressed. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck to do, especially since he's lost his sword. I think it's a pretty good analogy to say that the sword is almost analogous with who he is as a person, because he's lost his sword, he's lost his way, he's kind of lost his mind, low-key. Nigga's talking to the fucking wall. He's got super PTSD, arguing with himself. And it's pretty much kind of, double super. And it's pretty much kind of like an analogy for who he is as a person, because he doesn't even, like, he's still a good person, he still tries to help people, but he's lost that edge, he's lost that hunt. But, I mean, I honestly can't blame him. Like, it's been 50 fucking years. Like, I'd fall the fuck asleep. I'd be like, you know what, Aku? You do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to me. I'm going to be right here, slump the fuck out. Wake me up when you want to talk to me, boy. Wake me up when you want to talk to me. So, it's definitely, believable. I definitely think it's not something that's selfish on his part. I mean, 50 years of bullshit, and you're ready to fucking call it quit. I mean, that's kind of what's cool about this series, and even the episode, is that Ashi kind of reinvigorates his will to live and kind of tells him, you helped me, you helped so many people, and fucking, you know, you're a nice guy. You shouldn't be worried about being a depressed fuckboy. Like, be happy. And that kind of breaks him out of his funk, because he pretty much needs to refine who he is, kind of like, you know, kind of like a rebirth almost, in the sense that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he needs to figure out what he should do or should be doing in order to pretty much get himself out of that funk. So, dude, this series is super good. I recommend you watch it. As a cartoon fan, I recommend you watch it. It's super duper good. It's one of the few cartoons that are actually good and serious. I think I mentioned this either, you know, now when I was talking or in the past, but Samurai Jack right now is probably like only one of the few serious cartoons that isn't an anime. I like anime. There's nothing wrong with anime, but I also like serious American cartoons. And there hasn't been a serious American cartoon in fucking ages. Like, the only other serious American cartoon that I can remember watching in the past, like, fucking, 20 years maybe, is probably Spawn, which was on HBO. And then Samurai Jack. I mean, there's other things, obviously. There's other cartoons that are a little serious, but, I mean, all the popular ones right now at the moment, you know, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, regular shows, definitely a super, like, just joking show. I know they have kind of serious elements, but they're more, like, joking than anything else. I mean, not to say that Samurai Jack's super dramatic and super serious all the time, but it's definitely a more adult-oriented show and a more plot-driven show. And I think it's fucking amazing. I think it's brilliant. It's pretty much what Dragon Ball Super should be. Better animation. Dragon Ball Super's animation still depresses me. Better story, expanding things, pretty much putting the icing on the cake that is the series. And it's fucking legit. And I can't wait until next Saturday when that new episode comes out, because I fucking watched everything, boy. I watched everything. I was at my friend's house. We watched 2 episodes. And then when I went home, I watched the other 3. And then I watched the last one, the 6th one, today. So it's fucking really good. I fucking love it. And I can't wait for more. So I definitely recommend you check it out. If not on Toonami, then like I said, I watched it on yesmovies.to or some shit like that. It's worth the watch, my dude. It is worth the watch. But that's about it. Shit's pretty legit, and I recommend it. 10 out of 10.